Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday. And we're live. And we have one race left in week 1 of the Open Plus Invitational here at ALTTPR Ladder. I'm half of your friendly admin team, and only 72% of that. This is Big Duncan. Herfy will be joining me eventually, but he has prior commitments at this moment. I apologize in advance. Still recovering from a little bit of sickness, but I believe we should be good to go on this one. But yeah, we have the final match of the week versus Relkin and Schulzer. Now, Schulzer is already advanced out of his group, Group A. He does have a 2-0 record. But Relkin, on the other hand, is playing for a win and in. If he does win, then he will advance in the second spot. If he loses, then Luffy or Hitsu, whatever you want to call him today, will actually be the one taking that spot. So yeah, it is a very important final match to determine our 8 players that will be advancing into week 2. So this race will be starting off in about 30 seconds or so. But again, I appreciate everybody coming by today, seeing what we have going on. And yeah, that's that. So while we're waiting, one thing we will go over here, let's get the... So out of Group A, I just mentioned Schulzer has already advanced. So this match doesn't really mean anything to him. If wins or loses, nothing changes. Out of Group E, Humba and Arier have advanced. Out of Group C, 2C Plus and Yagamoth advanced. And out of Group D, that would be CS Tutor and Tito, or Teto. I think it's Teto. Tito. I'm not exactly sure how he pronounces that. But we are off. And we're going to find out who the 8th person is to meet them that will be. And looks like we're starting off with some shields. Yeah, sheer willpower of mind and body. Gotta have my mute button ready. I apologize again if I cough in anybody's ears today. I will have my mute button ready whenever I can. Herfy will be joining me again here soon. He is just finishing up prior commitments, so he will join us as soon as he possibly can. I have no idea what MSU pack Relkin is running right now. Can anybody help me with this? I'm not familiar with this music. I dig it. Little kind of 16-bit techno-y. Oh, okay. Never played the series. I haven't talked anything about the match yet because nothing has happened. As we approach Blindside here. Oh, well, hey, look at that. That's an ice rod. We got a bottle. And a couple pieces of heart. So that ice rod definitely means that Turtle Rock will be a pendant. We had a 5-6 on both. I believe that was 3 crystals. That was 5-6 at Hera and Eastern. And the magic tracker concludes that is in fact correct. It's nice to not have to click anything. I could tell you the secret to the magic, but you might be cursed from it. So, looks like a little cane action coming out of the well. We have a standard Kakariko start here, as most players tend to do, especially in a mode like this. So, again, thanks everybody for showing up today. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. And a nice glove from the bottle vendor for the first time in a long time. Not a scam. I actually thoroughly enjoyed this weekend because I finally turned the corner on this COVID bullshit on Saturday. And not actually feeling that bad, which is nice. Take it seriously, ladies and gentlemen. Even this light shit is no joke. It is no joke. Relkin's playing a little catch-up here. He's just a few seconds behind here. He did do that map check, so... and Hitsu and Chad, of course, really wanting Schulzer to pull this one off. Again, for those that missed the very beginning of this, Schulzer's already advanced out of this group. He is our 7th of 8 that will be advancing. If Relkin wins, he gets the 8th spot. If Schulzer wins, that goes to Hitsu. So, our lazy prick today has nothing but a piece of heart. Because that's all he's got left. It's a very, very sad story. I don't know if you've ever heard the story of the lazy kid and exactly what, but you don't want to know. It's very sad. It's very depressing. Dude had so much potential. So, what are we doing here? Is he going to do back of escape? Looks like we're going to get an escape check. Excuse me. And again, Herfy will be jumping in with us eventually at some point during this race. My understanding is that the Go Mode podcast is putting on their 100th episode today. There's some mitts in the back and some real booties. Well, that's going to be interesting. I bet we're going to see King's Tomb and Bonkrox here in just a moment. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. But, yeah, I believe they're doing their 100th episode today, so they might be running a little bit long. Who knows? I have no idea what's going on there, so... Yeah, the other bot, he's not doing too well lately. I know he might put up a good front, but I just hear whispers. Apparently can't even roll an Ambrosia 1A seed. That's just rumor. So, I'm kind of jamming to this music. It's very mellow, and then it gets high paced. So, what's Schulzer gonna do here? I don't believe either one of them checked Lumberjack at the beginning of this. So it looks like we're gonna get a Lumberjack check, and then maybe, if he's gonna do this, is he gonna turn back around and go to the mountain, or is he just gonna do a save quit here? And that looked like a red ruby. So, is he gonna go south? Yeah, he's gonna go south, it looks like, and just gonna sequence break Death Mountain, which, is fine. And what's Relkin doing? Is he going to do the same thing here? Is he going to go... Yep, he's going to sequence break it as well. So we're basically caught up here. They both kind of went the... They kind of went the same route, so... Excuse me, sorry. Sorry about that. Nothing from the old man. We're gonna go into our climb with booties. Some blue mail. That'll be a nice pickup at some point, I bet. And I did not catch what was on the other side there. But obviously it was important because Schulzer's going for it here. Oh, it's hookshot. Oh, that's nice. Well, I bet we're going to see a save quit right back up then, so... Oh, or not. Okay. I'm actually surprised with both mitts and hook that we didn't get a mountain check. Actually, neither one of them are going to do a mountain check. We're just going to go straight to South Shore. Okay. You got to do it anyway. So I guess there's no harm and no harm here. And instead we're going to have Relkin go up north. So we're going to get new information on both sides here. And a sword. Very nice. Looks like just money from the uncle. Yeah, we got that book there. Again, I apologize if you hear nothing for a minute or so, since I'm usually muted. Did pick up that book spot as well. So book's always interesting. You always hate to see it, but... Alright, let's see. We got some money. We got a piece of heart. We got a piece of heart. Some booms, and a piece of heart. So, boy, that's unexciting. Relkin's going to get some good use out of this hook shot here going in without a melee weapon, so going to be a lot of bombs here. And wow, that was a miss. And then he's just going to, yeah, why not? I said, why not there? Ice Rod does kill those blue guards dead. And, oh, Stun Pack, interesting, is magic today. Ice Rod Cave with another piece of heart. We've had a whole bunch of those. And Schulzer's getting a little crabbed there. Did set up the water walk here. Now, he doesn't have the Moon Pearl, which is going to limit what he can do with this. But, oh, and there's Blue Mail, the other Blue Mail. So... we don't have to worry about that. And it's nothing from the Waterfall Fairy. Boy, lots of nothing here. We've not seen much. We had a nice Kakariko, and then from there it was very little. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Relkin delayed that just a hair just to get the guard down there, and he's going to go ahead and do a save quit. So I think the map was still out there. I didn't catch the map. Might have missed that. I was looking at two screens. So, but that could mean that just, yeah, he's either not going to bother with checking the cross or it was the map. I think it was. Hobo's got nothing. And that's going to be the, yeah, he's not going to finish. He doesn't have the money to go to Zora. And now we're going to get that mountain check. So, very cool. Relkin's going to go ahead and start getting the things that Schulzer's already done. He's already done that South Shore check. Now, Schulzer did go all the way to Ice Rod Cave. Ooh, careful! Oh, Jesus! That's a, dude got Cabbage Head. That is some Cabbage Heads right there. And what I was just talking about, Relkin is going to go do a... No, he's not. Okay. Thanks for making me out to be a liar. He just got flattened by some Cabbage Heads. That'll happen from time to time. He was sitting on 4 hearts, so... just some bad RNG from the falling cabbages. new checks here. I would assume Moon Pearl's going to be over here, a little red meringue. I have to assume the Moon Pearl would be over here based off what we've seen. We still have the eastern area, we still have Agina, which Relkin got about a third of the way there and then decided to say to hell with it. I've got some money. There's a bow. Okay. And a single arrow to go with it. So he's set. At least one shot. Alright. And yeah, there was that, so that did confirm. Ruckles, yeah, he was looking a little confused on where he wanted to go. He did set up that water walk, but he went back there. That is the rumor, yes. This is Ace Attorney. Popular rumor states that. And we've got $300. Okay, so I have to assume we're going to see an Eastern check here now with the bow in tow. So yeah, Relkin is... They're pretty much, again, they're checking the same things. There was a few checks difference here. Schulzer's a couple of steps ahead. Even with that quick death that he took, it wasn't a miserable death. It was just annoying. And looks like some hearts and some ammo. So, boy, looks like we're going into Eastern. We got Eastern, we've got Agina. Yup. And then Zora. And that is on our plate, and that is it. Now, again, Schulzer's not done Escape. So we do have that still out there. And again, I'm pretty sure that map was the last check. I wonder if Relkin's going to talk to Saha here. Nope. Oh, and yes, yeah, we do have the book right to get to Desert. You are 100% correct. Alright, 3 checks here. I mean, even though this is out of sequence, you have to know these guys are both going to finish this. And now Relkin, yeah, Relkin's going to go ahead and do the other Death Mountain checks. This is where he will get his bow. And nothing there. So we'll focus in on Schulzer here as he goes through Eastern. Again, there's no way that he doesn't finish this. It's Crystal, you never want to double dip Eastern. Still missing Moon Pearl. Yeah, and then they're going to have some decisions. Desert without a fire source is always kind of icky. So it'll be an interesting decision. But, I mean, you still have Agina to check down there as well. You're probably going to do those two before you end up doing Zora, which is the only other thing that's left out there. So I would assume that's the way you're going to go. And there's the Hammer. So that opens up Hera. Boy, that's horrible. How annoying is that? Also, Schulzer here is doing the, that's only 2 items. That is not 3. It was map and the big key. And 2 items. So he's taking the 50-50 risk here that there's nothing important in that, that 3rd chest. Compass is still out there. And fuck you very much, Solsky. Thanks for stopping by, bud. Alright. And we've already seen this stuff out of relkin, but this is, yeah, I mean, you have to do this in this order. Speed Gaming, this is not. We run a much more professional ship here. And the 50-50 has missed, ladies and gentlemen, so there is an item in that chest. Now, so I have a history with that chest. We won't go into details on it. But, yeah, I didn't think there was any way he was going to go back. If you're going to make that play, you're committing to it. So, unlikely that the Moon Pearl is there. But, I would say that is going to be a concern. So, alright, so Schulzer's going to go ahead and he's going to do the stuff that relkin has done. So, again, we're stepping on each other's footsteps here. It'll be really interesting if relkin does that third chest. Or fourth chest, sorry. So, because if that is something important, Hitsu will be very unhappy, let's put it that way. Especially if it's a fire source. Well, change that. If it's the other fire source, if it happens to be Fire Rod. Because that's going to set... I mean, that's going to set him back a long way. So, we'll see how this goes. This is going to be really interesting in about a minute. So, in the meantime, hi everybody. Could everybody say mean and insulting things about Solsky in chat, please? It's not hard. Alright, relkin's getting his first of 2 items here. Thank you! Many thanks. Many thanks. That's exactly where I was going for on that. Alright, here we go. And relkin is getting that chest. Okay. So this is going to get interesting. I am joined at the booth here, not by Herfy Durfy. He is still recording. So, he'll just randomly hop in and you'll just hear him talk. Navigating that dark room here. And this check is insanely important. It's either a 30-40 second time loss or could easily turn this game around in 20 minutes. 20 bucks. Not important. So that's going to put Schulzer just a little bit further ahead here. He's just making these little incremental leaps here. That 50-50 looks like it paid off for him. relkin will be finishing up Eastern, and Schulzer is going south. As well he should here. Once again, if you're unaware, or if you weren't here at the beginning of this, this match means literal dick for Schulzer. He has already advanced. There's nothing he can get out of this. It means everything for relkin, and it means everything for Hitsu. relkin wins, that 8th and final spot is his. If Schulzer wins, it goes to Hitsu on tie breaks. So, and it would be our third 1 and 2 advancement out of these groups. These groups have been weird this first week. We had 2 1 and 2s already advanced on tie breaks, or we had 3-0, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. And this could be our third. So, yeah. It's been a weird week 1. Week 2 will start off tomorrow. As soon as this is done, I'll be posting new groups for week 2. Everybody will get reassigned, and they can start scheduling as soon as tomorrow. It's not like there's any other tournaments that are starting up tomorrow, so, I mean, obviously they'll have all the time in the world to schedule these. Looks like first item for Schulzer is just some booms. And relkin is making that run down south as well. So they're both looking for Moon Pearl. They're both probably thinking the same thing. It better not have been at Zora. And Relkin's going to be upset. Now, he made it about to there when he decided to stop. He had made it that far to check Agina, and then it stopped and decided not to check it. If this is Moon Pearl, he's going to be kicking himself. And it's not going to be Moon Pearl. There's Moon Pearl right there. So, required desert for the Moon Pearl. Cannot finish. No fire source. Oh god, cave. Don't do it. Don't do it, Relkin. Do not do it. Alright, so now we're going to get our Dark World check here. We'll probably get a map check here very shortly. Some Hype Cave, there it is. Looks like I saw Mire was a pendant. Skullwoods was green pendant. I believe Ice was the other, but I didn't catch it completely. I'll wait for our handy... Oh, look at that. Tracker updated itself. It's amazing how that works. All willpower. And no hype. For those that are wondering how the new tracker works, I'll give you a hint. It involves goat's blood. That is all. Yeah, if Bumper Ledge have something, that is the one advantage you can possibly get out of that cape. It would just involve them going up to the Skullwoods area to take a look, which apparently people are still reluctant to do. Can't imagine why. Gonna get a race game check. Exactly. Never skip Skullwoods. Never. Alright, just Peace Heart from here. Looks like we're going up in through the south. Relkin's going to be doing a save quit here as well, and he's going to be doing, I would assume, again, the same route. They've followed pretty much in each other's footsteps, just in slightly different order. And Relkin's going, ooh, Relkin's, never mind. Okay, I kind of like this based off of a check that you can make now, and then you just don't have to worry about it for a long time. Which is, he's going to go ahead and do the Dark Death Mountain check. Little time consuming. Little time consuming. But it is 6 items pretty fast. Plus a 7th. Well, actually, if he wants to do, he could do Spike Cave as well. And then he'll get the information that he needs for what he doesn't know yet, but is going to be a required Turtle Rock. Oh, and never mind. He's also gonna go do Hera. He doesn't care about the fire. It's out of logic, but he'll do that plus the check here, or he'll do that after, I guess. So interesting. I wasn't thinking of the Hera play right now, but I guess, I mean, if you want to get those checks in, might as well do it. This is also interesting. That excuse me. It's also interesting that this is fire locked. So yeah, so this will end up being really interesting. Obviously, he's sequence breaking this. He's not going to have the big key. He's going to be leaving something in the big chest. And he already does have one item. All right, so he's got a 50-50 here. Nothing so far out of Thieves' Town. So a 50-50 here on to finish off Hera. Obviously, you do not want to leave an item behind here. It's an item you will not come back and get. And last check out of the front of Thieves' Town is a dud. So there's 3 items in the back. Relkin doing some quick work here. Hera. Troll Dorm's down. Second item acquired. Second 5/6 crystal acquired. So he can check himself a big old orange bomb whenever he deems it worthy. So, very interesting divergence here. Okay, Relkin is going to check this. I was making sure he was going to forget. Pocket change, nothing to look at here. And we'll obviously get the the other 6 checks in here, plus the information. It'll be interesting to see if you... Ow. Yeah. Fortunately, Schulzer missed the hit there. Had to go back for it. It'll be interesting if he does Spike Cave. I believe he has everything. He can get through this with the item. It'll just be a little tight at the end, as long as he's capped off. Turtle Rock is a Bambos. Looks like nothing from Thieves Town so far. Relkin's marking his crystals and pendants. And now we get a big 6 check here. We got some money. Some money. A piece of heart. This is lovely so far. And a mirror. Okay. That's big. Not only is that going to be big just for, standard checks, but it's going to be huge for routing here as soon as Relkin starts doing the same checks that Schulzer's doing right now. Which so far, nothing out of Thieves Town. Looks like that was just another bottle. Nothing out of Thieves Town except a very timely heart refill. So, yeah, that mirror's going to definitely come into play here. Now, the thing here with Schulzer is that he's at a spot where he probably will make these checks before long. He's already done a lot of... he's already done a lot of the easy checks in Overworld, so this will be very appetizing, especially with the ability to do Hera. So, and yes, I did miss that. Yeah, there was ether in Bunny Cave as well. I believe I was watching Schulzer's stream at that time. We got a blind death and $50 in the Spike Cave. So, and there's Quake. Neither one of those two is important at this moment, but if we find Flute, we might be able to determine if either one of those two is actually going to be needed or not. Alright, and Relkin is starting at Hype Cave.
Hello, hello.
Oh my god, there's Herfy Durfy. How you doing, man? Little shovel action here. Oh, hold on. I bet Herfy can't hear me. 1 second here. Yeah, I bet Herfy was having trouble hearing me. I bet you can hear me now.
Oh, I definitely can now. Hello there.
How you doing, man?
I am doing well. How are you? What have I missed?
A lot of stepping on each other's toes for the first 25 minutes.
That sounds like fun.
But we do have... I think Relkin's going to do Big Bomb here. Yeah, he totally is. He's going to follow that.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, early 5-6 check here for Relkin. So Relkin has done Dark Death Mountain and did find himself some little mirror action up there, which is going to be really important for his Dark Death or his Overworld check here in Dark World. Looks like he's struggling with this spin there. There he goes. And on Schulzer, looks like Schulzer's turning in that the smithy. He's already done the first half of this. He did check the hammer pegs. So, how was your recording today?
It was pretty good. I think it will be a very interesting episode to listen to because it had nothing to do with what we usually do.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, it was, for the 100th, we did just us hosts talking about what we like, what we don't like about the podcast, and what the future will hold.
Okay.
Definitely a recommended listen, I think.
Very cool. Smithy didn't have anything. Neither did Pyramid Fairy, although Relkin did get 2 free blue goos out of the deal. And Schulzer's doing the same play here. So, once again, stepping on each other's toes. You know what neither one of these two have done yet, Herfy?
What is that?
They haven't done Skullwoods yet. It's probably why they haven't found all the good shit.
Yeah, I agree. And it's a green pendant, too. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
I know. I mean, you can't finish it, but Fire Rod's probably sitting in the front, because, let's face it, where else would it be?
Obviously.
So, first dip into pod coming up here. So, and again, I apologize if I cough in your ear or anything of the sort.
Oh, no worries. I'm probably the same. Probably for different reasons, but, you know.
Yeah, today is my first day of not being drugged up, and a little congested.
You're feeling okay so far, though? I mean, you know, it's gotten better.
Yeah, I turned the corner on it yesterday, and yesterday was a pretty good day, and today's my first day off of the drug cocktail that kind of reduced my symptoms, and I feel about the same, so I feel like I'm in good shape, so a couple more days I'll be back to normal.
Very good.
Yeah. Take this shit seriously, people.
Yeah, it's no fun.
It is not fun. All right, Schulzer's doing his checks here. He's going to go ahead and get his mirror here in a moment. Nothing so far out of pod, except disappointment. And here comes Amir. And that's really, really, really convenient for Schulzer, because he went ahead and did the dark checks first and had done Harry yet, which means if he hadn't picked up that mirror, guess what? He would have had to save quit, and oh, hey, Fire Rod. Sitting in pod.
Look at that.
I said it was there, right? Of course it was there.
Obviously. I mean, I didn't hear anything else.
Yeah. Yes, I did get... my wife and I both had COVID this last week, so she brought it home from work. Her work had 9 people out last week.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and then I got it a couple of days after, and yeah, last week sucked. I work from home and I could barely work, so go figure that out. So,
some good old hair up potting here.
Yep, yeah. We do know that there's both items. The basement's is going to be the other dungeon item, luckily for them. Relkin's, okay. And Relkin's already got the big key. He's just going to go straight to the back. It's pretty common to do this. You could try to save some time on the remaining checks, which is nice. So, dude, yeah, it's crazy, man. Again, it's serious shit.
That is insane, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we avoided it for 2 years here, and couldn't avoid it forever. All right, nice little. Oh, nice turtle room.
Oh, that worked out very
That was
nicely.
a really nice turtle room. Schulzer gets his 3rd crystal. Now, he's up on crystals. He has done all of thieves. Although Relkin's going to be doing... he'll be getting his 3rd in a second here as well. Hopefully he doesn't ether. Okay, yeah. Don't ether Helmer. And Schulzer's going to be doing the same thing that Relkin's already did. So they've got different crystals, different checks, and Relkin's up a Fire Rod. Fire Rod is sitting in pod.
Yeah, interesting to see it there, really. Well, we'll have to see when Schulzer decides to move over there. I guess he's going to repeat some stuff that Relkin did first. Unfortunately, I missed the first 35 minutes of this.
They have done everything. The only thing the others haven't done, Relkin has not been to Village, Schulzer has not been to pod.
All right.
That's it. I mean, they've done everything else. So, oh, and I'm sorry, and the pyramid play, which is what Schulzer's doing right now.
Yeah, looks like it, definitely.
Yep. Oh, and he didn't. Yeah, he saved quit out of desert. And the cape is sitting at Agina, which we have not had that check yet. So there is still possibility of shenanigans there.
All right, so that could be something. Where did he find the Master Sword?
So Master Sword is sitting in... He got that early. Where did he get that? He got that early. Stumpy, yes. Thank you.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
Not really that early. Yeah, he hasn't done... Relkin just hasn't got those checks in yet.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been down there for it, and for whatever reason decided not to pick up that chest before doing these. Which means his key count could get a little screwy. Nice bomb dupe there from Schulzer's side. I don't do that very often these days, because I screw it up more often than not.
Yeah, same. It looks so easy when someone does it right. Ooh,
flip hours. So if I'm counting correctly, I believe there are 2 items left in pod.
I believe so.
1 item left in pod, I think. I'm pretty sure. And Schulzer is going north. Okay, he's going to go north before going to pod, so this is going to be a Catfish and Zora check. Or not. He's going to do a Graveyard Ledge check first. Okay.
All right, that works.
And I must be wrong on that count because, yeah, Relkin's pick up that last item. All right, so that's all 5. He is out. He has got options and options and options, and none of them are great, but I bet he's going to go to Swamp. And that is exactly where he is going. All right, so Graveyard Ledge is a dud. I can't imagine Schulzer goes and checks Bumper here. He's going to go back right, yeah. So, yeah, the only reason you do this is to get Catfish and Zora out of the way, because which means you're going to have to kern jump this to get back over. And nailed it first try,
nice.
I'll be damned.
That was a quick one.
Yeah. He had 4.5 hearts, so he had 4 shots at it. Oh, no, I'm sorry, he had blue mail. So he had a bunch of shots at it, but that's something one of these days I should probably learn. It's screwed me over enough times. I know I've done it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not something you really, do very regularly, I guess.
It takes some effort. For whatever reason. Oh, I know exactly the reason. I'm lazy. That's why. So. He's going back for that. He's going to go back in there and get that.
I mean, he has to, right?
For a second, he thought that was the single arrow, which I believe we've already seen. There he goes. It's like, yeah, you're going to go back and get that. There's no way you're going to leave this in there.
No.
All right, so silvers are done here. I mean, that's a huge thing. I mean, if Relkin decides not to come up here, I mean, you're never going to get those if you don't want to come up here to do the Zora checks. Now, he does have the flippers, which would add an additional check, but they've both have already done Waterfall.
All right, if they've already done Waterfall, yeah, there's...
It's not... Yeah, it's not a check you want to make, and it's inconvenient now for Relkin because he's on the wrong... You're not going to go to that side of the world anymore. You've already finished Pod, you've already finished Eastern, you've already finished Pyramid. The only time you're going to do that is if you go do Graveyard Ledge. Oh, look at that. He's so cute and dinky. If he decides to do Bumper and Graveyard Ledge, then you would have the opportunity to go do that. So, yeah. So again, that's a pretty big shift. That's a pretty big shift. So, Schulzer's going in. I'm assuming this is... Wait, is he doing this route to get to Pod? Is that what he's doing?
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
Must be, okay. I don't think this is faster, but it might feel faster, and again, feeling faster is more important than actually being faster.
I mean, that's usually how I play all my seeds.
Yeah. It felt fine. It was horrible, but it felt fine.
Right.
No, that's exactly what he's doing. Okay, well, that's going to give him Fire Rod and Flips. So far, Relkin hasn't found shit in Swamp, so... he is doing left side first, which is becoming more and more common these days. People cheating and doing rail clips and cane shenanigans and stuff like that.
All the classics.
Bunch of cheaters. Some booms and a piece of heart. Why do you need to climb out of that ladder? Because you're in the wrong layer while you're in the water. So you have to jump up and jump down so that it recognizes that you're on the water layer so that you can swim properly. Because those blocks right there. Otherwise, you'd walk into those blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no big key so far. So, I haven't been paying attention. I think he's at 3 items. Because I know Compass was in the bottom, and I think there was an item up front. It was garbage, but so yeah, I believe he's sitting at 3 with 1 dungeon item. So that's 4. Okay, so the big key's either going to be locked or it's going to be. He's going to go back in and get that last check, most likely. Can't imagine you're not going to do left side swamp and then not come back in and do this.
Yeah, I mean, probably not.
Yeah, so his best hope here would be just find it and get the 6th and get the hell out of here. So yeah. Relkin's going to have a really horrible fight here because doing this with Fighter Sword is no fun.
No, it isn't. I'm assuming maybe he'll use the hammer. No, he'll probably use the charge.
Yeah, he'll just do the sword. Yeah, the sword spin, which is the better way to do it. If you don't like playing the item menu boss,
yeah,
which most people don't. I will often play the item menu boss myself because this is easy to screw up. And, yeah.
Yeah, he's getting bullied a little bit, but it's really, not the easiest thing to do here.
It isn't. He did get, unfortunately, another... Oh, beautiful ice rod there.
Nice.
And 6th item. So, Big Key is locked behind itself. That is about as efficient as it gets. With
nice. Got everything.
With being inefficient. But probably going to check Bombos and then head up north. Of course, the goods are going to be in Skullwoods. I mean, keep in mind, looking at what we got here, we're 2 items away from no mode, at least. We know we need Bombos, and we know we need the cane. The sword's out there. Relkin's going to be getting it here in a moment. And yeah, that's about it. Now, there is one check here that Schulzer did not get a chance to check this. And he is going to really wish that he did.
Oh, boy.
I can hear Hitsu yell from here. So that's Arcane. That is in a really lousy spot for Schulzer. He has done literally everything on this. Yeah, he's gonna need to do that as soon as he can here.
He needs to watch out first of all here a little bit.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, the swamp is the time you're gonna do that. This is the only time you can really do that. If you decide not to do that because you get the fire rod and now you're like, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and do, Skullwoods, that can be a problem. The good news is that he doesn't have that. Even if he finds Bombos, it's not like he could go do Turtle Rock anyway. So they do have that going for him, which is nice. So here comes Relkin up. I wonder if he's going to pick up the smithy now because he has the mirror. Yeah, he's going to go and start it here. And Schulzer's going to go back in after killing his 4th boss of the seed. This is going probably pretty fast. He is getting himself a... he'll get himself some flippers. And relkin's going to make these same checks here, the same duds as Schulzer picked up. Now, he's going to have an interesting situation here, though, is that he's not going to be able to keep that purple chest. So he's going to have a decision to make, because if he decides to go in and do Thieves Town, correct me if I'm wrong on this, it is the crystal that will reset that, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Or especially in Thieves Town, I think it's the follower that you're having a problem with, right?
Oh, correct. That's what it is. Right. In Thieves Town, that'll do it as well, because... Right. I was thinking, yeah. Otherwise, yes, it'll reset the chest anyway. So yeah, he's not gonna be able to take the purple chest. It's not like he's gonna miss it, but because he'll probably just go straight up in the Skullwoods after this with that. Because not only that, he has the one item that relkin does have that is important that Schulzer does not, is that cape, which it'll be a check that'll be coming up here a couple of minutes after he'll do Thieves Town, probably go do Skullwoods, and they'll probably check it on the way out, because that's when he could potentially go up, do Graveyard Ledge, go all the way over to Catfish if he wanted to, if he wants to pick up those silvers, do Zora, all that jazz. So now what's Schulzer gonna do? Is he going to go swamp? He's going to swamp.
Okay.
So we got a couple minutes here, because we're not going to see anything new, because both of these are duds. I think Quake is in Thieves Town here. I'm pretty sure Quake is in here, but as far as we're aware, it's not important. So, want to go over a couple things here. So we do have, we talked about this earlier. But just as a reminder, this is the last match of Week 1 of our Open Plus Invitational. This is to determine the 8th and final spot for Week 2. Schulzer has already advanced, so this match means nothing for him. Win, lose, draw, doesn't matter. He will get the exact same seed in Week 2 that he would have for any other result. This match is very important for relkin. Relkin wins, he gets the 8th spot. Relkin loses, that spot goes to Hitsu. And they will join the other 6 that have already in there from the other groups. That would be Humba, Eri, 2C, Yaga, Tudor, and Teto. Is it Teto or Tito? How does he pronounce that?
That's a good question. I think it's Teto. It's going by the German pronunciation.
Got
it would be
Teto.
Got it.
Or
okay. Teto.
We'll get it wrong.
Probably.
Yeah. Whatever it is, we got it wrong. But those are the other 6 that are in there. Teto. Well, then, yeah, we did get it wrong. Okay.
Interesting.
You got me. But yeah, so we do have those matches will... The groups will be put together here as soon as this match is finished and I get a moment to unwind. Yeah, they can start scheduling immediately, and the matches can start as soon as tomorrow. So we'll have 12 matches next week. So
12 of them.
Yeah, 6 in each group. So
that's a lot of matches.
Well, we had 24 this first week. So we did restream a good chunk of them. I think we got maybe 8 in. I think it's 7 or 8 matches we end up getting restreamed, which is really good considering it was a wild week. So yeah, we'll see where this one goes. It was the other thing too, and I did mention this earlier. Tiebreakers super important, and it's also important to read the rules.
Oh yes.
So for those that have not been watching, if this match goes to Schulzer, we will have 3 of the 4 groups go 3-0, and then 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Which is absolutely ridiculous. And it goes to the tiebreakers, which happens to be the sum of the time that you lost your other races. And forfeits, unfortunately, count as 1 hour. So it does not do any good to our runners to forfeit in these races. And because of that, relkin does have a forfeit on his list here, which is why if he loses, tiebreaks do not matter. And the only one in this case that did not Hitsu and Magnet Hands, neither one of them forfeited a match, but we already know based off of that Hitsu was like 40 seconds ahead. And that's why he gets that that 8th spot. So, oh, what was that? Oh. Well,
I'm not really sure how much you need that. It's nice to have, I guess, but, you know.
He's going to get it. I don't blame him for this.
Sure.
He's on... Like, yeah, it's annoying. You don't need it. But he doesn't know about silvers. He might not get silvers, depending on how these next couple of minutes go, because he's going to go to Skullwoods here. He's going to go to Graveyard Ledge first. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if he's going to... He better do Skullwoods, goddammit. But that'll be interesting if he gets any sort of net gain off of that. Because he could be thinking in his head, well, if this is Master Sword Silverless, I want to make sure I have that on there. There's no half magic in this item pool. So I don't know, maybe that's the reason you do that. You've already finished 5 of your 6 required dungeons, and the 6th he can finish at any time. It's actually what Schulzer's doing right now. So that all being said, it's not going to matter because he's going to get a silvers here in about a minute. So
yeah, it looks like he's definitely going over there.
Yeah. So we'll be even up on items again. Not only that, Schulzer's probably going to find himself a cape here when he finishes, because I can't imagine he leaves Agina just sitting there.
Probably not.
I'd be very surprised.
I've seen crazier things, but he probably won't.
Yeah, I'd be very, very surprised.
So, what are we even still looking for here?
Bombos.
Right, to open up GR. That makes sense.
Yep. And honestly, there's only 2 places they could go. They could go to Ice or they can go to Skullwoods. I'm pretty sure they've checked everything else, so... And interestingly enough, this is going to be so close. Watch what happens, because Schulzer's going to be just ahead here. He's got to do with a fanfare. Oh, he's not gonna save quit here. He's gonna do Agina. So relkin is gonna be ahead by what, 20 seconds?
Definitely not by a lot.
It's very little. Yeah. And here comes the save quit. Now relkin's got to make a decision. Which way do you go? Do you go to the incorrect choice of Ice Palace, which it looks like what he's doing, or do you go to the correct choice, which is Skullwoods, because everything is always in Skullwoods? And I'm wrong. He is not doing that. He's going to go do Bombos, because he didn't do Bombos Tablet?
Okay, I guess. I mean, it's a relatively quick check.
Okay. And yeah, he'll finish Desert when he's doing it. But
wait,
why?
this isn't Bombos.
What are you doing?
Is he doing Dig Spot or something?
Oh, he's going to do the dig check. Okay, he's going to do the dig check. Schulzer's already done this as well. Yeah, so Schulzer still needs Samaria, and Samaria is sitting right there at K45. So this is going to be a longer Ice Palace for him. And so, okay, so we're going to use this time. So here's kind of where we stand. we know we just need to find where Bombos is. Relkin looks like he's going to do his Bombos tablet check, and he's going to finish Desert just to do it, because you have to do it anyway. There's no items in there.
Mm-hmm.
Schulzer's slightly ahead, but he's also looking for Samaria, which we know where it is, and it's an inconvenient spot to get because he did not go there. He did not have Mirror when he did the Smithy, and he did not go there after Swamp. So
it's definitely not a very good spot for him to have, just orphaned like that early on.
It's probably his last check at this point. Because he'll do Ice. Now, if Bombos is here, it's good. Obviously, you need it. Now, he'll keep going. But it's good because then you didn't choose the wrong dungeon. But at the same time, he's probably still going to end up doing Skullwoods just because he needs to find... he still needs to find it, and he's probably going to do 3-item Skullwoods over the one check down there. He'll do the K45 check after, so...
I would assume so as well, yeah. Plus, as you said, even if he finds Bombos in here, he'll probably continue just because he's already in here and he wants to check all the items.
Yeah, you have to check at least all
missing
3.
anything.
Yeah.
And it's already going slower because he can't do Icebreaker and has to do the bomb jump and everything, right? So he's like double losing time.
Yeah. So the only way this turns out to be good is if it's here, and then we're just happen to immediately go to where Samaria is, versus Relkin doing Skullwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm very disappointed in both of these runners for not doing Skullwoods when they had the chance.
It's not out of the question for Relkin yet, right? We don't really know what he's going to do after Desert.
He's got the same 2 choices, but he only has the 2 choices.
Mm-hmm.
Redkane, Samaria is sitting over at K45, which is very, very isolated for Schulzer. You gotta hit that switch there. And survey says a green rupee.
Oh boy.
A whole straw penny. So that's item 2. There's one item still.
At least they're so far, at least, kind of, in the same spot, so to speak.
Yeah, although Relkin's going to get those 2 checks done early because he'll have Samaria if and when he goes in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Relkin is just slightly ahead, even though Relkin is ahead on checks. This is going to get tight because Relkin's going to Ice.
Yeah.
I am so disappointed in these people.
Well, apparently people still don't believe in your mantra.
I don't know, I guess. Whatever.
I personally, even knowing your mantra and ignoring it, so to speak, I would probably go there anyway just because it's the green pendant. Because the item number turns out to be the same. You have to go over too.
Yeah. Well, talking completely honestly, and if there was no huge bias, I would say without Samaria, Skullwoods is just more appealing anyway, because if then you find Samaria in there, and then you still have to go into Ice for Bombos, you can at least do it faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like a front-to-back Ice Palace is slower than the 3 checks, including the green pennant turn-in, that you would have to do out of Skullwoods. Just my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Now, if it's not in here, if it is in Skullwoods, the best case for Schulzer is that it's on green pennant. Mm-hmm. Because that means that will be both their go mode at almost the same time, because Schulzer will find the Samaria before turning in that green pendant. I would assume.
Sounds right to me at least, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that's what would happen here. We know that unless Bombos is sitting on pedestal is toast. We don't have to worry about that. But they're still going to finish these dungeons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The worst thing in this case that could be for Schulzer is, well, right here would be pretty bad. Just because Relkin will be in go mode long before Schulzer will be. But it would also be bad if it was on, like, early inside of Skullwoods, like the first chest, something like that. And, okay. Hey, not a lot. It's not a complete loss.
Yeah.
That's not inconsequential. So they're both going to have silvers and tempered going into Ganon, which means we're going to have execution, which perfect. What else would we? What else would we ask for? And Schulzer's right now saying, "Why didn't I listen to him?" That's what he's saying right now.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's actually he's saying it out loud. I can hear him.
Anytime, anywhere, someone skips Skullwoods or doesn't go there when they should, that's what they're saying out loud to themselves.
Exactly. So, the Tempered Sword was on Cold Stare, which, again, not important for Go Mode, but pretty important. Especially if the fourth sword is buried somewhere. Irv, do you remember back in the day? Way back in the day? Okay, Relkin has blue goo. He picked up 2 blue goos, so he's fine. Schulzer, really? Really, Schulzer? Seriously? You're doing this right now. You deserve that zonk. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful cold stuck. Cold
that was great, yes.
Excuse me. So yeah, no, this is, again, the best thing for Schulzer right now is Green Pendant Bombos. Now, keep in mind, Flute could show up here, and that would lead us completely elsewhere. But, because that would lead us to the Mire area. And then we're looking at Mire.
Yeah. But do you think they'd go to Mire over, I don't know, whatever else they
There's
might
not
find
much
in there?
left.
Yeah, true.
That also does open up potential for Bombos on Ped, but at that point, it doesn't matter because they're going to have the other pendants done anyway. Because there's no way.
Anyone was going to check?
Yeah. Oh, there's no way you don't finish this. Well, Relkin won't if he finds Bombos, but.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean, like, if Schulzer finds Bombos here, do you think he's going to reped?
No, because Kane can't be there.
True.
Yeah, he's on Kane Go, so yeah, he'll know Ped will be dead at that point.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean it's the only thing that could be there. Yeah, and this is weird. One of those weird situations where being a Ped seed doesn't matter. It really doesn't. If it's not here, so there's one item in the front. We don't know where the second item is. We have Green Pendant here, but they're gonna finish checking all the Skullwoods before they get it.
Oh, for sure.
Before they turn that in, then they'll check Ped to make sure that it's not that Bombos isn't there. And we're still missing an item. So this is ordering. They've checked almost the exact same stuff, but they went a very different path, both Light World and Dark World, to get there. And the entire seed right now is Relkin did Pod before Village, and thus had Mirror when he did his Smithy side checks to get Sumerian.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally the only difference between these two runners here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's totally understandable. If you don't have Mirror, how would you check K45? And then if you've done pretty much everything else around it, why would you go back unless, obviously, you have to at the very end?
Yep. And we are going to get that pet check. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind. I think this is smart because then you get to go mode Mire.
At least you know. Okay.
You know it's nothing. So. All right, Schulzer will get his last item out of here, and then he will get his cane. This is not bad for Schulzer.
That was a crazy quick
That was
loss
so
from
good.
relkin over
Jesus. Fuck.
there. Didn't even get out of the strikes up there. Just, do the double hit with the dash and then slash and off you go. That was crazy.
That's disgusting, man. But no, if you're rooting for Schulzer, this is almost best case scenario. Because even if it's here, like, the only thing bad that could show up here would be Flute. But again, they only have Flute checks left after this. So it's not like they're going to go to the same spot. So we're almost in execution at this point because Schulzer has nowhere else. He's going to get his cane before he goes turning green pendant.
Right.
He probably has an idea.
That really is the only question here, when is Schulzer going to get that cane?
Yeah.
Because they're so close to each other and all the checks have been the same pretty much, despite them getting there in a very different way. Yeah,
and the answer to that question is going to be as soon as he gets a second item here. I can't imagine he save quits because... I mean, he could, but then he would have to do another portal. That would set him back. This is the most efficient time to do it. Even though it's not fun. And boy, Skullwoods is...
Man, it is hiding for sure.
Yeah. This will be big key, because why wouldn't it be?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so we know Skullwoods is the answer, one way or the other. There it is.
There it is at the very last check.
That is... Oh no, Schulzer safe quitting. He's going to turn in the green pendant first.
Oh, that's rough.
If that green pendant is Flute...
Oh, we're screwed.
He's screwed.
Man, imagine.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just so you're aware, never skip Skullwoods.
Don't go right again.
Just don't do it. I don't even need to prove it anymore. It's been proven. It's science.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh, this better not be Flute.
Oh man, that would be awful for him.
Okay. So he knows where it is.
At least that.
So he knows where it is. So start the clock. Almost at exactly 1:10. Relkin's heading up to do T-Rock. And Schulzer will be 45 seconds behind. Probably how long it takes to do this.
Yeah, something like that.
Because he's going to have 2 mirror transitions here. So he's going to be roughly a minute behind. From point to point. Wait, you don't want to go... Wait, what?
What is he doing? Did he skip left side or something?
Oh, no. Did he not? I thought he did left side.
Oh, boy.
Oh, well, okay.
Or is he going back for the big chest or something? I don't know.
No, big chest has got the big key in it.
Well, his tracker says he still has 2 items.
He has 2 items, yeah. So he did not do left side. He's going to do this and then K45. He didn't do left side. And there are 2 items there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a piece of heart and I think $20.
I mean, kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's efficient for the fact that you're getting more checks in. The percentages are higher just because dungeons are way slightly heavier. But yeah, it's speed-wise, it's faster to check than 1. But at the same time, this is why I said the most convenient time to do it is after Skullwoods, because yeah, if he had done the portal, gone north instead of going south, he'd been done. Okay, you've already got all the shit, Schulzer. You're good. You're just gonna have to do this the slow way.
I figured this is just a case of him, being fully aware that he skipped K45, and he's saying, "Well, if it's there, I've already lost."
Yeah,
whatever.
and everybody makes that assumption at one point or another when they orphan a location like this. That is what it is. So there is one other piece to this, and if Hitsu's out there, he's gonna hate when I say this, but Schulzer doesn't care if he wins or loses, to be honest. He really doesn't.
That's fair.
He really doesn't care. He gains nothing from this. He's playing very competitively, so he's doing his job. But yeah, he oh no, he loses. It's
yeah,
Hitsu
it's
that gets...
ultimately not going to change anything.
Yeah,
for
Hitsu's the one that's going to get screwed over by it, so...
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, the only other thing that really could... I mean, we've got GT key routing, and it would have to be a huge divergence.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be something like tile room that relkin checks last and Schulzer checks first, or something like that.
Yeah, because he's going to be ahead by about 3-ish minutes. He's going to be most of a Turtle Rock clear, like 2/3 of a Turtle Rock ahead when Schulzer does finally get his cane.
Mm-hmm. Assuming he immediately goes there right now.
Well, he has nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing.
This is a literal last location. So, I mean, if you... Oh, change that. There is one other check that Schulzer did not do. I totally forgot about this early on, but it's a 20. He skipped the big key chest in Eastern.
Well,
that
it
chest.
Look like he's going there, so
that
I think we're safe
chest.
from that at least.
Exactly. Now, that's... You know what? He wasn't thinking of this check. He was thinking of that check the whole time. That's probably what was going on. So,
classic.
Cute little dragon rage slashes.
Well, he is, as I said, he's probably well aware. You know, if it was there, probably not a great time for him.
Yeah. So yeah, it was almost exactly 3 minutes when I said start the clock, and that was when Relkin started up Death Mountain. So it's about a 3-minute advantage right now.
Wasn't it 110?
Oh, was it 110? I'm sorry. Okay, that is 4. Yeah.
So that's quite a lead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a full GT. That's a full GT look for the big key.
He might pretty much be done with TR once Schulzer enters it.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite, but, you know, pretty close.
Pretty close, yeah, because he doesn't even need to go to Laser Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And he still has those 2 blue goos, which are super helpful.
He has 1. He did use one of them.
Oh, he did use one.
Yeah, he had to use it in ice because he didn't have enough magic to use the
Right.
the
I remember.
rod.
He was short like a tiny little bit.
Yeah, but he's on blue mail. He's got silvers. He's got tempered.
Yeah, I'm not too worried for him, just in case, you know.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Or will he?
He'll grab another heart and a full refill here, and then he should be good for this.
Just being safe.
You know, they're both on Butter Sword now, on Tempered Sword now, which is already extremely helpful in boss fights like this.
Yep. You should be just fine.
Going for the back.
Relkin is the only one that went 10-0 in his seasonal matches. He's the only one of our qualifiers that went undefeated all throughout the regular season here. So
yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous.
And, I mean, you know, the boss fights have really shown why. The Mafia kill earlier, and even this turtle, you know, Trinix's first phase, just crazy.
He knows what he's doing.
As we said, he's going to grab the dungeon press just as Schulzer is grabbing his first chests in here.
Yep. So yeah, this would have to be pretty severe of a divergence, something where, I don't know, maybe a full left and a hope room chest or something like that.
Really something drastic.
It'd have to be huge. I mean, that's not even enough to make up 4 minutes.
He'd have to like die on the climb or fault again, and maybe twice even, or something crazy like that. You know, something super catastrophic would need to happen, I think.
Yeah. So. But who knows? I mean, no one's ever fallen to Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, you know, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, it's never actually happened. Especially not in a a win and in type situation where it's super important.
Yeah, I mean, never. I've not heard of that. I have definitely not been live to something like that.
No, not when money's on the line. Yeah. Never even heard of that happening before.
Nope, definitely not.
400 rupees just falling out of your pocket. 400 or 600? It's 400. Or 300. It's 300.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's 300. Yeah, just falling out of your pocket. Not that we know what we're talking about. This is hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, as we said, it's never actually happened.
Never actually happened. By the way, shout out to Jem if you're out there.
For no reason.
For no reason.
All right, so we are in GT, and it looks like we're going to the right side first here for Relkin, which, you don't see too often anymore, I feel like.
Yeah, I think people really like doing the Boyan route, and just so that you don't have to deal with those fucking Stalfos.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, that's the whole reason. It's not because there's this rumor going around that it's faster for this, it's at an average blah 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 blah. No, it's so that when you go to the Stalfo room, you get the 4 checks and you mirror. That's the only reason. So you don't have to kill those things.
Yeah, they're super annoying.
Aren't they?
Those guys.
Hey, powder.
Hey, that's not too bad.
Yeah. So Relkin did. Oh God, there is the percentage here. What is it? The 2 or 3 percentage? Solsky figured it out. It's in play because the big chest has a small key. Because Relkin went around and he got it. That's why he didn't have to do laser bridge. Schulzer has to do laser bridge.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen this backfire in a long time.
Oh boy, hopefully it doesn't. I mean, at this point it wouldn't really. Oh, well, there's a big key.
It's number really whatever if you're playing. Point, I don't know. It's like 12 or something.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hey, all right, he's fine. See, it never hits anybody. Yeah, I think it's like 3% is what that ends up being, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's around that. It's not very high, but it can happen for sure.
Yeah. So we got our climb here. Relkin does have to be a little careful. Now he's on 3 hearts. He did not get that powder. He didn't pick up that chest because he already had his 2 smalls. He does have a blue in the tank. But
and these spikes here, they're kind of hard to get through without taking any damage. And as I said,
yeah. Oh no, it's super hard. Super hard.
Well, I mean, he seems pretty confident. I would have probably already drank my blue at this point, but.
Well, he's not going for what I would do if I'm worried about it, which is a nice down to 2 hearts. Be careful, man. Which is, I'd be burning through my fire rod here like it's nobody's business.
Oh, yeah, that too, for sure. He decides to, he's taking out the arrows, probably for the mimics, I would assume, but, 18 arrows, not too much of a problem. Oh, I like
and
this.
Screw the heart. Oh, that's
screw
awesome.
That. Who needs that?
Who needs the heart? I'm good. I'm still alive. It's just a paper cut.
Yeah, it's just blitzing through these rooms.
Oh!
Oh boy, okay, that's only half a heart.
Okay, that's only half a heart.
Bub makes him miss that 1 arrow.
Yep. Schulzer did just finish. Nice bonk.
Yeah,
Padding that bonk count. Okay,
not quite the timing.
Nice, okay, yeah. He's playing it safe from there.
Yeah, I think that's a fair decision.
Fine.
I would have, as I said, drank that thing way earlier.
Yeah, I would have too, yeah. Again, he's got silvers, he's got temper, he's fine. He'll be fine. Schulzer is making his climb. So the only real way to make up time here is to go full left. I'd be shocked if Schulzer goes full left.
Yeah, I'd be surprised as well. I mean, he might do it just because he already knows his chances of winning are probably pretty slim, but I would be surprised as well.
Yeah.
Coming up on the good old Moldorn 2 fight. I'm not sure. I doubt we're going to see any hovering, but it wouldn't surprise me. People just randomly pull that out these days for no reason.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to care that much about it here, unless you just want to swag it.
It looks like we're just going to get it real quick. I mean, with the Tempered Sword, it's really not much of a fight anyways. Alright, and as we said, Schulzer is deciding for the right side. He's waiting in the door, though. I'm wondering, is he doing the tile room?
Oh, he is? This is...
Yeah.
Okay, again. He knows he's behind. He has to know he's behind.
Obviously.
And, yeah, again, he doesn't really care. This is the big Galaxy Brain play that would be like, this is why I went 3-0.
I mean, that could make up time.
Oh,
big time,
sick
right?
triple. That was long range.
Very nice.
Well, and you got nothing. Oh, man.
All right, we're gonna get a drop into again here from Relkin at like 123.
223 would be bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not quite that far.
I wouldn't feel that. I wouldn't feel very confident. And again, all Relkin has to do is kill a pig, eat some pork, and he will be moving on to week 2.
Gets a good double hit there, clinking off the trident. Yeah, I mean, he should be totally fine with the tempered sword, and he's silvers as well, as we said earlier. He grabbed them from the Quakefish when he had the chance. So, you know.
Okay, because this is important. I've heard this song before. Now I know where it comes from. I've heard a remix of this song. Now I know where it comes from. I'll be damned. Okay.
You're in at a distinct advantage here because I don't get any game audio.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't have the audio coming through this. I apologize. But Relkin's got Ace Attorney.
All right. Yes. I think I've heard parts of that MSU before.
All right, Ganon's being a bitch. There he goes.
Yeah, as always, you know, guy always has to make some more trouble.
Whoa! Jesus.
Boy.
There's always that moment of terror when you know that you're going to hit that bat.
Mm-hmm.
And that will do it. Unless he pulls a... who did it in the qualifiers?
Who
did
it in the qualifiers?
Somebody did in the qualifiers. I'm sorry, in brackets. Where they fell off. I can't remember who it was. But put your GGs in the chat there. Relkin has won and will advance to the week 2
Very nice.
of the Open Plus Invitational. He and Schulzer will both advance in this case, but oh hey, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Relkin, GG, Meng.
Hey, I wouldn't call me the devil, okay? Jeez.
GG's, dude.
So, yeah. Do you want to know what I don't know. I have not been watching the race room, really. So, did you guys figure out what the difference was there?
It sounded like Schulzer did not go to Stumpy for the longest time. And I guess that was his go mode, maybe? Because, yeah, it didn't lock anything. So, yeah, I guess he just didn't do it.
Close, but no. He actually went Stumpy super early. That was his problem. He went to that and did all those checks before Mirror. Which means he didn't get his cane.
I'm sorry. Oh, right. Not Stumpy. K45.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yes. Yeah, he actually did his Stumpy and got it because I believe Master Sword was there.
Yes, that was the sword location.
Yeah, he got that long before you did, so... but yeah, that was... Basically, you two traded routes where you went one way and he went the other in Light World before Moon Pearl, and then you converged at Moon Pearl. And then when Dark World, you went one direction, he went the other, and then you converged basically near the end at Bombos. The only difference is that you did pod before you did the South Village checks and had the mirror, and he did pod after that and didn't have the mirror and left that check to last. And that's it. Beyond that, you two were on each other's toes pretty much the entire time.
I think what also cost Schulzer a lot of time was he skipped left side swamp, and before going to K45, which was pretty much his last location, he, understandably, I guess, went back into swamp and checked the left side, which had 2 items. So
that's true too. I forgot about
really
that.
cost him a whole bunch of time as well.
It would have been really close if he hadn't done that. You did have a slightly different GT route as well. That would have you would have been ahead by that just by a little bit, but it was we had a lot of time to just talk about random shit because you guys were doing each other's things.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, I'm glad to help you out, you two.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, thanks.
We talk about a bunch of things. So, but anyway, yeah. So you get to advance for another week.
I do.
Yeah. So, I could actually probably in real time here figure this out, to find out who is what. But I'm not going to do it, because shows will be done here in a minute. But you will be in Group A again because you were still the 1 seed. That seed does not change. You'll be hell. Tell ya. All right. So let's see. You will be in groups with. Let's see. You'll be in with Schulzer again. Humba, and I believe 2C plus. So easy.
Alrighty.
Easy group.
Yeah, easy. No
problem.
not at all.
Yeah. No, it's easy. It's nothing. It's nothing. You can just blow right through that. So.
You guys screwed me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the other group is Yaga, Airy, Tito, and Tutor.
CS Tutor.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
It's everyone can beat anyone. Like it's just that's how it's been even since round 1. So
yeah. So that's the thing I like about this. Nobody that made it here didn't earn it and go through their 16 players to get to that point. So yeah. Anyway, but so yeah, I guess that's we'll get some stuff posted here in the next hour or so. I got a couple things I gotta do real quick when we jump off here. But so yeah, any thoughts at all? Anything else? Again, it was pretty linear, to be honest, because your choices were limited once you found the breadcrumbs.
I don't know. The path I was taking was finding all the items like left and right until Bombos was go mode, and then I went to Bumper Cave and Graveyard Legend Catfish instead of Skull Woods.
Yeah.
So I definitely was in the back of my mind thinking, oh my goodness, I did the thing that Dunka said you never do, and you skip Skull Woods, and I skipped it.
And what do you know? The go mode was there. Who knew? One of these days, you guys are gonna learn.
Well, I feel like I do learn, and then I don't learn, and then I relearn, and I unlearn. It's just an endless cycle, dude.
I mean, that just sounds like rando to me in general, really.
Yeah, except that Skull Woods is always there. So, and speaking of groups, Schulzer, GG, dude.
Jeez.
GG.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I did. This week was interesting for me. I think I had a lot more decisions than Relkin, and I did find progression much later than Relkin, besides Bombos, I guess.
Well, we knew that you were in kind of an issue just for the fact that when you got that mirror, you were gonna miss that cane. There was no way you were not gonna miss that cane. For quite a while, at least. We didn't know you were going to hard last check it, but it was going to be down the totem pole.
I had 2 checks left, at least. I had 2 checks left.
Yeah, you had Eastern. You had the one in Eastern, which... what was your other one? What else? What else?
Purple chest.
Oh, that's right. You didn't do purple chest because you went in the other way. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So... well, the whole time that we were talking about this, we were mentioning the fact that you probably didn't care that much about winning or losing about this one because it doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. It affects, obviously, Relkin, and it affects Hitsu, who...
I mean, it also affects me in kind of a way that... I wouldn't say it got harder group now, but looking at both groups, at both results, I would have enjoyed Tito, C's Tutor, and Yaga more than Relkin, Tusi, and Humber, to be fair.
That's true, yeah, because
So
that would have shifted.
that win.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That would have shifted those around. So I guess if you were playing for a particular set of players, then sure, go for it. But Well, good news. You two get to play again next week.
Nice. I can
Alright.
redeem myself. Yeah, I basically did, like, I would say, like, 2 or 3 mistakes in that seed. The first one was probably not rushing Desert Palace with Book, despite it being open with boots already. Second one was not doing Darkness Mountain before jumping into the Dark World. And the third one was avoiding Port, because I wanted a fire source for Port and I couldn't find any. For such a long time. And there's fire, and then damn!
Yep. Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. And it just, that was the going to pod was the whole. Yeah, that mirror made so much of a difference, even though it was an item that was acquired, halfway through the seed. So.
It always saves a big chunk of time if you have it early.
I was thinking about it, and I actually would rather have kept it how I did it, and rather than going to desert early, because if I got that pearl, I'd probably get both the bow and the mirror, and then that would mean I may not get the hammer until really late, and that would have been bad. So
okay, yeah, no, I buy that.
Mm-hmm.
But getting hammer while cleaning up Eastern and Port and Seastone and all of that stuff, getting Kane on the way, doesn't look too bad for me, to be honest.
Actually, but at the same time, yeah, like I think hammer didn't lock anything, so actually it could have been go mode, but. I mean, I digress. It didn't happen that way, but I think hammer didn't lock anything.
No, I don't think it did either.
Yeah, but that would have probably been the gut out, like not getting hammer, getting bombers early out of Skywoods, then just finish this town.
Yeah.
Go over to Port and get Jugo mode, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, how are you brave enough to or bold enough to do current jump, because the flippers are in pod, and so the only way you can get over there is with current jumping or flash delete.
Yeah. Why not? You have a bow. You want to finish Port and Eastern. It's probably nothing at that point.
Right. I mean, you can finish Eastern, yes, but actually, I don't think it was in logic until you got lamp off of bumper.
Yeah.
So if you went south, if you went south, you might be uninclined to go to pod. Either way,
I don't think they have better choices than pod at that point. But at that point,
yeah,
like what do you want to do? You want to dive into ice without flippers? I don't think so.
No, I mean, I definitely would choose Eastern before ice.
Yeah, exactly. I think that the god out is just not finding hammer early in that scene, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
thinking about it.
Yeah, because you get those. You get that glove from CAC, you do back escape, you get your mitts, and then you do the boots checks because you got boots too, and that lets you just go up the mountain because you're right next to it.
Same.
Yeah, and then and if you go up, you get your hook shot. Then you usually, well, I was like, I don't have Pearl, I'm not going to East Death Mountain yet, so, yeah.
I see our routes were pretty similar up until, I guess, damn.
Yeah, I actually almost went to desert. If you watch it back, I almost was I was heading there, and then I turned around by the farming cave and went back to Mini Moldorm Cave.
Wow.
I realized how dumb this is. I was like, because it's a crystal and I don't have a fire source, so I was like, I don't want to come back here because what if Myers a pendant? So
I had the same thoughts there, but I think it's probably right with boots to just rush. The serpent is there to get those 2 items out of the way, because it's pointed there so much. But yeah, it's a hard decision to make, especially finding that one on the lane item and having that decision on the spot. You have like 5 seconds to think about it, and then you choose long, which is sadly the case sometimes. But yeah, overall, pretty interesting seed. On another day, I maybe don't check the Smith and go Skywoods early. Maybe check K45 before going to the desert. I guess it could have happened a lot of things, but it didn't work out today. But I have another chance next week against you.
Yeah, so. you had nothing to play for, really. You were already set.
I have the worst group now, from my perspective. So,
man, I would not worry about that. I know that everyone here is everyone here is beatable, and you're not unbeatable like yourself. I should like and anyone thinking about themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, and on that note, I will, like I said, I'll be getting things assigned here in the next probably hour. I got a couple things I got to do real quick, and you guys can start your scheduling for next week. So, yeah, GG to both of you. Again, these are incredibly difficult groups to go through. So, you and the other 6 that have advanced, it's only going to get harder. So, I'll say good luck to both of you, and we'll do it again next week.
All right. Thanks for the restream commentary, guys, and I'll see you for some more invitational action next week.
Sounds good. Great. Thanks to both of you. Herfy.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much going to do it for us, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Cool. All right. Well, I am going to get a couple things taken care of before my dinner tonight. You've already seen what I'm having for dinner tonight. I got some 35-day dry aged rib roast, some ribeyes that cut today that I'm going to enjoy. So.
All right. Well, enjoy your dinner eventually, and maybe we'll do this again sometime soon.
We'll get another one in before it's over for sure. So
sounds good.
Yep. Thanks everybody as always, and we will catch you for week 2 starting tomorrow. So have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody.